Hello everyone, my name is Mitchell Cook. I'll be talking to you today about commercial real estate servicing. Commercial real estate is a area of expertise that I don't think a whole lot of people know about. I was fortunate enough this summer to work for a company called Northmark Capital. I learned quite a good deal about commercial real estate and what goes into like the financing of these buildings. So I'll talk to you today about kind of what it takes to be an entry-level analyst. So like I said, commercial real estate isn't really something that a whole lot of people know about, but we've all seen the buildings such as Mall of America, the MGM Grand, these such buildings all around the country. So what is it? Commercial real estate, as a servicer, you act as basically a middleman between a borrower and a lender. Borrowers being usually companies that are looking to invest in these commercial real estate buildings, and lenders being big banks such as Wells Fargo. So the three main responsibilities as a servicer, you have our property inspections, dry requests, and financial analyses. But your main job on top of that is to make sure, as a servicer, that you take care of the borrower and the lender, and they are happy at all times. So the first main task are property inspections, and for Northmark Capital, they have investment analysts all around the country that go out and inspect these buildings. They're looking for any maintenance that needs to be done to the building, or if it's like an apartment complex, how many people are, how many tenants they have in the building. So then they write up a review of this inspection and they send it back over to the servicing analyst. They go through and review the report, and if there is any maintenance that needs to be taken care of, they draft a letter and send it to the borrower to make sure it gets taken care of as soon as possible. The picture here you see, this is the most common maintenance we saw, which in parking lots either need to be repaved or restriped. But you also could have maintenance that needs to be done on buildings, such as like broken windows or flood damage was another common one. The next task is a draw request. So for borrowers, when they underwrite a loan, they agree there's certain items that are known as capital expenditures that need to be replaced on a wear and tear basis. It's mostly common in apartment complexes and in hotels, and these items are items such as refrigerators, carpet vinyl, and dishwashers. So the borrower, they go out and replace these items, and then they save their checks and all the information they use to buy the items, and then they send it to the servicer. The servicer goes through and reviews all these items, and then if everything checks out, they disperse the money to the borrower to reimburse them for those items that they purchased. And the last and most important task are financial analyses, and these are done on either a quarterly, semi-annual, or annual basis based on the type of loan that the borrower requested. And so the servicer receives an income statement from the borrower, and they go through and categorize the different items for the income and expenses. And the final analysis they arrive at is the debt service coverage ratio, or known as DSCR. This is the most important number that the analyst is looking for. And the debt service coverage ratio is found by taking the net operating income that you find from the income statement, dividing that by the debt service. And the debt service is something that's underwritten into the loan, and it could change on an annual basis, or it's something that remains constant depending on the type of loan that the borrower agreed to. So the DSCR number that you're looking for, at Northmark we look for a number of 1.1. Anything below 1.1, we put it on something known as the watch list, where we monitor the loan and make sure that loan is brought up to a performing level above the 1.1 as soon as possible. So to sum up, as an entry-level analyst, your three main responsibilities are the property inspections, draw requests, and financial analyses. But on top of that, you always want to make sure, as an analyst, that you make sure you're taking care of the borrower and the lender. Whatever they ask, you make sure they are always happy. And the biggest advice that I received this summer was time management skills. Your performance is based on the amount of property inspections and financial analyses that you get done, so it's very important to always manage your time well and make sure at all times you're getting as much work done as possible. So that's a little bit about the commercial real estate service.